أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق والصلاة والسلام على رسول الثقلين محبوب رب المشرقين والمغربين وجد الحسن والحسين مولانا بالقاسم محمد
اللهم صل على محمد
وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين أما بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قال إمام الرضا عليه الصلاة والسلام ضامن أن ما ذرني في غرباتي بالتوس عارفا بحق وجبت لهم شفاعتي صلوا على محمد وآل محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Indeed, the 2 months of Raza commemorating Abu Abdullah al-Hussein and his Arba'in have gone. But the Raza of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wassalam continues. Just yesterday, and even now you will be attending a few majalises for the Holy Prophet and Imam Hassan alayhimu salatu wassalam. And today we are here to commemorate the Shahadat of Imam Raza alayhimu salatu wassalam. Yesterday in the majalis I talked about the Holy Prophet leaving a legacy for the Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wassalam. And he showed them that if you want to be that true character, the full character, then not only do you have your abadat, you have your amal, but with all of that, you have a good character, a good personality, and you are someone that is remembered. Even Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam, he says, that if you want to live a life, live it in such a way that people want to be with you, want to spend their time with you, want to be in your presence. And when you pass away, they remember you constantly. Okay? That's how the Ahlul Bayt ﷺ have shown their character. Not only from the Holy Prophet, but all the way till our Imam, till Imam Zamana, Jalallahu Ta'ala Faraj al-Shaykh.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
When we look at the personality of Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam, especially those who have been to Iran, to be for his ziyarat, we see he is that Imam that whenever he is around someone, they are calm, they are peaceful, and they have that sort of sense in their heart that I don't need to worry about anything when the Imam is here. Especially for those who are here today, who have been to Iran, when we go there, his shrine is massive. There's so many different courtyards, so many different places to pray, so many places that even there's one place, the Bab Shifa, where people go and they know that if I go here, then I'll get that Shifa. Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam is that person that his presence and his character alone for us is enough, that can tell us this is how we have to be as a Shia today for our Imam. Even when we look at the Raza of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, we see that when Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam came to this ayam, and it was this time to remember Abu Abdullah, you would see him in the streets without his imamah, without his shoes, wearing clothes that were not knitted, not tied, not ironed. And people would look at him and say, what happened? Why are you so upset? Is everything okay in your house? He replies that, this is the azab of Abdullah al-Hussein. This is how you're supposed to come. In a way that you look gharib, that you look like you need something, that you're upset. It should be that someone should see your face and say, I'm upset. There's something going on. And that's how he brought that love for Abdullah al-Hussein alive in his time. Now when we look at his titles, we look at Imam Raza alayhi salatu wassalam, he has many titles. I'm going to focus on 2 today, inshallah, with the time I have, but inshallah, Maulana will talk about it in detail. So a few of them that we have here is Imam al-Raza, the one who is not only pleased by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but by the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam as well. Everyone who would look towards him, everyone who would, associate with him, even his father and his children, if we look at that relation alone, they looked at Imam Raza with pride.
MashaAllah.
Right? Wherever he went, the tragedies and tribulations he went through, he ensured that that level of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wasalam and that mission never diminished, never went down, never the value was decreased, right? And when we look at the story of Imam Raza alayhimu salatu wasalam, you know, he had to leave his home. He had to go to a place where he was a stranger, where those around him were strangers. But what did he do? He still upholded that mission and that personality of Rasulullah and of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wasalam. Right? That title that we see, especially in most of him, Imam is Zamin.
MashaAllah.
Right? Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam is that guarantor, right? He guaranteed things, he ensured things. This is shown in 3 different ways, right? When we look into history, there's a tradition that says the people of the time who wanted to visit Karbala, right? The enemies and the leaders of the time, they would always say that there's no need to go to Karbala. Why do you need to go to Karbala? But then the people consistently were saying, no, Karbala is important for us. Karbala is important for our hearts. So the leaders say, okay, fine. You want to go to Karbala? You can only go if Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam accepts that you can go. That he guarantees that these people can go on ziyarat. Right? So every time someone would come to Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam and say, oh Imam, I have this feeling in my heart that I want to go to Karbala. I've been told I need to come to you for permission. Please grant me that permission. He wouldn't think twice. He would say, you are the Azada of Abdullah Hussain. You want to go to Karbala? Go to Karbala. That's his first guarantee. Anyone who came to him with that longing of the Azza, with that longing of Ziyarat of Abdullah Hussain, he would say, okay, you can go. Right? Another guarantee that he gives is a famous story that we all know very well, right? Is Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam in the Diya. Yeah? When he talk about that narration, what do we see? That there's a hunter, there's the Imam, and there's the animal. The hunter is coming to attack the animal. But Imam Raza and this animal have a conversation. And we see the beauty of this conversation. Imam Raza is talking to this animal, and the animal is saying, in the tradition it says this was a mother. And she's saying to the Imam that, look, I understand that this hunter wants me. He wants to kill me. But my children are hungry, and they're thirsty, and they're alone. I just want to make sure that I can go feed them first. I want to make sure that they're okay. And then even after that, if you want me, I'll come back. So Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam, he turns to the hunter and says, look, I'm being the guarantor here. I give the guarantee that this animal will return back to you.
MashaAllah.
Now this hunter knew that Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam, he's truthful, he's honest. Again, it comes back to that thing. His character was so known that they didn't need to think twice of who the Imam was. They knew that he was truthful. Whatever he says will happen, right? So it comes back to that the hunter agrees, and this animal goes to his children. Time passes and then the animal comes back. Look at that guarantee of Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam. It's so pure and so honest. The animal comes back. But look at what the hunter does now. He says to the Imam, look, you guaranteed that this animal would come back to me, and it came back to me. Even the animals have so much love for you. Even these animals have so much acceptance and acknowledgement of you. I'm going to let this deer go. I'm going to let this animal go because of you, Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam. Now for us today, what do these 2 stories mean? That even today, Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam is our guarantor.
Subhanallah.
He's our Zamin, Imam al-Zamin. Even now, if you see some of the communities and some of the traditions, before anyone goes on a journey, what do? They check the Imam Zamin on the arm. What is this? As a guarantee
Subhanallah.
that this person is about to leave this home and go somewhere else. I'm guaranteeing Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam, they'll get there safely.
Subhanallah.
This is the beauty of his. Even today, like we talked about Baba Shifa, there's many stories and many narrations that people go there who can't walk, people go there who can't talk, who can't see, who are unwell, and it's just a miracle. The guarantee, you come into Baba Shifa, I'm gonna be okay.
MashaAllah.
Somewhere along my life, if not now on Baba Shifa, when I go back home, I'll be fine. There will be a cure. He's guaranteeing from his shrine of them today. Even Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam, out of all of the Imams, what does he say? you come and visit me. I will visit you not once but 3 times.
Subhanallah.
Guarantee again. Even the way that I began my lecture with his saying, what does he say? That I promise you that if you look at me and you come for my ziyarat, right, and you remember my rights, you remember my haqq over you, on the day of judgment, my intercession is guaranteed.
Subhanallah.
I'm guaranteeing that on the day of judgment, I will say that, look, this is the Shia who came to my shrine, who talked to me, who saw my worth. Now when it's his question time, when it's his difficulty, I'll come. I'll make it easier. What else do we need? Right? What else do we need to take from the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam? Imam Raza is that sign over our heads. That no matter what happens in life, even if we look today, many of us, if I ask any of you, even I look at myself, are we content? Are we happy? There's always some problem. There's always something going on in the back of our mind, something going on in our life, something that we might not even speak about. Imam Raza is also saying, if you can't come to my ziyarat, wherever you are, give my wasila. I guarantee.
MashaAllah.
I'll be there, I'll hold your hand, I'll look after you. Us as Shia of Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam and those Shia, you know the benefit that I always tell that we have and the other people don't have is because they say the Quran and the Sunnah. We say the Quran and the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam.
MashaAllah.
We not only have those words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but we have these guarantors. We have these people to turn back to. We have these role models for us, these personalities. How can we go astray? If it's not Amir al-Mu'mineen, then it's Imam Hassan. If not Imam Hassan, Imam Hussain. Imam Hussain, Imam Zain al-Abidin, Imam Muhammad Baqir, Jafar, and so on and so on. It comes to that time that there's even one Imam who is still alive today. Imam Zamana. And he's saying that I'm going to come back to you. I'm the Imam of your time. So when we look at our trials and our tribulations and our life, and we think about the day of judgment, indeed it's fear that's in our hearts. But if we've held on, not only understood the Quran and the Ahlul Bayt alayhi wasallam, that's not enough. But hold on to them from the start of your life till the end of your life. Then these guarantors indeed will take you to that place that you want to be. They will make that pull easier for you to cross. They will make that barzakh easier for you to stay. Right? There's many traditions that say that of this Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam, if you have that love in your heart, barzakh is going to feel like a home that's of comfort.
Subhanallah.
Right? The afterlife is going to be comfortable for you. It will be easy for you. And those people who are struggling over the pull, you'll be running. It's all this love from the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. But just to end this majalis, we look at one more title of Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam, Ghareeb al-Ghuraba. He is that Ghareeb Imam. When we look at this and understand the meaning of this, what does it truly mean? He means that he's a stranger within strangers. Right? Not only that he's alone, but he's alone amongst other people who are alone. We look at this tradition of Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam, which says that he was in Medina and he was happy in Medina. His life within Medina was the most beautiful life for him. Right? He was there, he had his family members, he was comfortable. But it came a time that he was asked to come into what we know today as Iran, or Tus, Khurasan, these words, right? And what was he told? He was told that, look, you come here, I will give you a permission. Imam is giving that permission to Imam, that you will rule with me as an advisor. That's what he said. Come over here and I'll make you an advisor. But we look at Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam and you remember that he's part of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. He's part of the family where Amir al-Mu'mineen is also saying no to Bay'ah. Imam Hussain is saying no to Bay'ah. What does he say? He says, okay, I will come here, but I'm not going to talk about anything that's political or against Islam, and I will do my own thing. Right? He stands his grounds. He says, you want to bring me here, fine, but I'm coming here on my grounds, not on your grounds. And we see that in this whole time when he's in Iran, when he's in People are following him, people are realizing who he is, understanding his character. But when the leaders see this, that jealousy fires in his heart. And he says, we have to do something. Because I called him that I can get higher, but look, instead, within his truth, within his honesty, within his character, he's going higher than I am. I need to do something about it. We see in the traditions there, it says that he's invited by the leaders. And he's presented with some fruit. Now there's two traditions, someone says it's grapes or there's pomegranates, whatever the fruit is, we don't need to worry. He was presented with the fruit. And they said, Imam, please, have some of this fruit, have some of this grapes. Now in the tradition it sees that Imam Raza says something very beautiful here. Mamun, when he asks, after the Imam has eaten the fruit, where are you going? His reply is the most beautiful reply. And the reply of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. He says, I'm going to the place where you're trying to send me. I know your intention. So I'm going where you want me to go. He goes back to his house. He goes back to his room. But now look at this tradition. When we talk about the Holy Prophet, when we talk about the Ahlul Bayt alayhi wasalam, we talk about Imam Hussain alayhi wasalam. In all of these instances, they had someone with them along the journey or when they were passing away. Right? When it was the Holy Prophet, he had Fatima to Zahra, Imam Ali. Right? Imam Hussain alayhi salam, he had his sister along the journey with him. But this Gharib al-Ghuraba, he comes to Iran. He's alone. We see in Karbala, Bibi Zainab is there, only a few feet away from Abu Abdullah al-Hussein when he's being slaughtered in Karbala. But what does the tradition say about this brother and sister? It says that she was coming on the way to Qom. When she enters Qom, she sees that the people of Qom, that they are in a state of mourning, they are in a state of sadness. They see that the black cloths are around the walls. She asks the people, what happened here in Qom? Who are you mourning? She finds out that they're crying for her brother Imam Raza. They say, oh mercy alaikum, your brother has been killed in Khurasan. He's been poisoned. Imam Raza is alone in Khurasan. We say to you, oh Gharib al-Ghuraba, even though you are alone in Khurasan, you go and care for us, and whenever we come to you, you're there with open arms. But look at Imam Hussain on the plains of Karbala.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
रज़ी सल्लल्लाहु अभी इंग्लिश में खिताब कर रहे थे परवरदिगार आलम